Hello, fellow Star Wars fans. My name is Starrapter, and welcome back to the channel. The Bad Batch is now over. The finale contained an epilogue, which we're going to break down in this video. There's going to be a whole bunch of speculation that's not really based on anything but hints and maybe some trajectory about where the future of Star Wars animation could go. So if you like this video, make sure you go ahead, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and you have been warned there will be spoilers for the Bad Batch. Everything about the Bad Batch. So you have, again, been warned. Diving in, our epilogue is very shocking because we get to see a much older Omega who departs Pabu, says goodbye to Hunter to go and join the rebellion as a pilot. Pilots are needed. So immediately my mind went to, okay, could this be, post Death Star destruction, post Battle of Yavin? And if that is true, I think that is a great place to put a new Star Wars animated series, right? We've seen Rebels. It goes basically 5 years before the events of the Battle of Yavin. We've seen so many stories there. I think it's great for Lucasfilm to try a new area, and we get to see Omega, who, has a lot of potential. We've seen Asajj Ventress earlier in this season. We have confirmation from Lucasfilm that we are going to see more of Asajj Ventress. We're going to get to know more about how she survived, where we see her in Dark Disciples. So that territory felt like that episode was almost more like a backdoor pilot, if you will. So there's a potential of them linking up. I also feel like Omega maybe not 20 years older, because she would have to be about 18 or 20 years older. I don't know if she's quite that older, but they could have a time jump again and go forward from there. So just another story about Omega immediately, makes sense. This is kind of the fan favorite character, I would imagine, of the Bad Batch. She certainly stands out, and she has so much room to grow. She is not really representing Force sensitivity at this moment, but she could end up being like Sabine Wren from Ahsoka and just training really hard at it to become maybe some kind of Force user in the end game there. Also, the clones, the whole idea that the clones are sort of now free, right? Hunter kind of represents this at the end of the Bad Batch episode 15 for season 3, saying, we basically can all choose our path now. We're not beholden to be soldiers. We can all do what we want. And this show really was about the fallout of the clones, but there still are so many clones that we can see show up. Obviously, the Bad Batch, they already committed themselves to Omega, so if Omega needs them, they will come charging in. The Calvary has arrived, so to speak. But we have Echo as well, right? Echo is working more closely with Rex. He's also working with Emery Carr, so there's a chance of maybe bringing those Force-sensitive kids back into the mix. The biggest theory that people are saying, of course, is this hidden path show, right? You introduce Asajj Ventress. You would think that Quinlan Voss is nearby, and of course Quinlan Voss is part of the path who kind of shepherds these Force-sensitive kids during the time of the Empire in this underground railroad of sorts for Star Wars Galaxy to escape the Inquisitors, escape Vader, escape Palpatine. So there could be a story around that where Omega gets wrapped up in that as well. I also do like the idea that Grand Moff Tarkin visits Mount Tantus and decommissions it, shutters the entire project, everything that's going on around there. It's not outright destroyed, which leads me to believe there could be a lot of fertile territory to cover in the future, such as, if you've read the Thrawn trilogy, Thrawn commissions a clone army based off of that. Not saying that that's where the trajectory of the Mandoverse is going, but it lays seeds to say, oh, there could be some kind of storyline in the future involving that. So regardless of the case, I think the Bad Batch had a great finale where it really puts, the cap on things, but it also does open the door to several other storylines. We're not going to see an epilogue like this with not ever seeing Omega again. I really feel like she is the best bet, a rebellion set story, and why not cross paths with Harrison Dula? Remember, we've seen her in season 1, and they are kind of roughly the same age. I think Omega's a little bit older, so I would like to see, Omega going and hanging out with the Rebels crew and all those guys over there. So there you have it. That's what happened in the epilogue. There's some speculation. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think the next Star Wars animated series will be? And what did you think of the Bad Batch? I think that this was an exceptional finale. Lucasfilm Animation kills it with their animation. Every single time with their finales, they absolutely nail it. And I did not expect this series to go the way it did. I fully expected the Bad Batch to die. It was completely telegraphed. You know, Wrecker in the beginning of the episode hurt, then you have Crosshairs, his hands twitching, just guys couldn't go on, right? It was so telegraphed that these guys would die. But then it was just this emotionally charged ending of just satisfying conclusion. So there you go. Let me know in the comment section below. Once again, what did you think about this series? And subscribe to this channel for more on Star Wars. That's going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.